to another episode of the Employee Recognition Program, where we'll talk about the Employee of the Quarter Award. With me is Sir Hamid Raza, Assistant Professor of the School of Sciences from the Department of Chemistry. Thank you, sir, for joining us.
Thank
And
you.
congratulations for the award. It actually reflects and actually tells us about your hard work and what you've actually contributed in UMT. Thank you, sir. Okay, so sir, tell us about yourself. Like, where did you come from? Your education?
Actually, I completed my MSc Chemistry in 2006,
Yeah.
and just after completion, I joined this university as a lecturer. So at that time, there was no chemistry department, and after that, I continued to develop some labs in the Department of Chemistry and further some curriculum and some courses for chemistry, because at that time chemistry was offered as a subject in electrical engineering students,
Yeah.
and some textile engineering students. So I think in 2014, Department of Chemistry came in existence.
Yeah. So, how did you get to know about UMT?
Uh, I just applied for a job because at that time I was not much familiar about UMT. So I noted that I think in a newspaper
Yeah.
I found that advertisement. So I applied and then started my
So,
job.
what did you do before UMT? What was your designation before UMT? What did you do when you came before you entered
Yes,
UMT?
actually, I started my teaching career in 1997.
Yeah.
Before that, I was having some experience of teaching O levels,
Yeah.
and some other good institutes of Lahore. And after that, that was the dream in my mind that I have to teach in the higher education.
Yeah.
So when I got the opportunity to teach in this university, so I just decided to come in UMT.
Yeah. So, sir, what drives your motivation? What actually makes you work hard and contribute more to add more to UMT?
Actually, one concept was very clear in my mind because my first qualification was Master of Science Education from Punjab University. Later on, I completed my MS Chemistry. So one thing was very clear that I have to become a good teacher.
Yeah.
So whether I taught in school or college or other institutes, but one thing which always motivated me, that was my dream to teach in some good institute as a good teacher. And then further, one thing was also in my mind from 1998. That teacher is not just to teach in the classroom. I always having this concept in my mind that I have to become a trainer. And later on, I also started my training activities in UMT because I joined UMT in 2006 as a lecturer, but I became the member of CMD over one training department that was very renowned department. Now I think the name has changed. So I was selected as a trainer from School of Science. I was only one teacher, and others were from business school and some other areas. So, and Alhamdulillah, now I am doing this continuously from last 13 years, 11 years as a trainer. I am giving training in the island colleges, and I am also the member of CTL. So I think one thing motivates me all the time. That is to become a good teacher as well as a trainer.
So, can you give us some highlights of your journey in UMT? What actually made you gain or lose along the way?
I think I can't say that I lost anything because I believe on continuous professional development.
Yeah.
So that's why I am continuously improving. If I look back on my journey, So I think that I'm continuously gaining, and especially from the platform of university UMT, I have gained a lot of exposure and experience of different programs here in house, as well as even outside the UMT, because I'm, I'm continuously attending the training programs, conferences, and all kind of the learning opportunities, whether it relates with my subject or not. Because I believe that whenever I
Gives you a
go
wide
to,
horizon of many other
yeah,
platforms.
when like some days before in UMT, on every Saturday there was one training program of NOP. So I was used to come on regular basis. So whatever the area or subject I find to learn something new, I always go there. So I am continuously, I can say, I'm
Learning
gaining
something
and
new.
learning from this platform.
Confidence, like other abilities, that bolden up your whole palette of abilities along the way. So, sir, about this award, when you were informed that you were receiving such an award, what emotions were rising up at that moment?
Yeah, I was enthusiastic and happy, and especially because I was thinking that I have given a lot of time to UMT, and I was continuously trying to improve myself as well as my department, and whatever the opportunities I got here for the improvement of university. So I was continuously putting my efforts over there. So when I came to know that I'm getting something reward, so that was very happy moment.
That increase your motivation.
Yes, definitely, definitely. I was further motivated and was thankful to Allah as well, and thankful to the management and the whole UMT administration who recognized me for this
Yeah.
award.
And on the way, do you think who do you believe supported you along the way in achieving this award, in achieving this recognition?
Sorry,
Who do you think? Who do you believe supported you along the way?
I think everyone supported me. My colleagues, my head, and the upper higher management. Because whenever I go to take a permission to attend a conference, they allow me
Yeah.
to, and they accommodate me. And even I am thankful to my students that whenever I do some adjustment, suppose for their classes, so they are always available to cooperate me, and especially because this university having, I think, very clear vision about this, that they support the employee for his or her professional development. So I think I never found this thing in a negative way. Whenever I decided to achieve something or to improve something, so my department always supported. My present head, Dr. Aisha Muhiddin, is very cooperative, and she allowed me, especially in last few months, I visited in one very good conference at Peshawar. Actually, Director General UMT nominated me over there from the Auric side, and my chairperson allowed me. And before Dr. Aisha Muhiddin was Dr. Samia Shahid. Now she is the Dean Research, and she was also cooperative whenever I got permission regarding attending the conferences or seminars of all professional development activity. So I was always allowed to do this. So I'm thankful to Dr. Aisha Muhiddin, Dr. Samia Shahid, and especially my Dean SSC, Dr. Azhar Iqbal. So
Yeah.
everyone supported me in this.
You were given the freedom to explore your abilities, to explore your more knowledge, and gain more from different conferences.
Yeah.
With cooperation from both your students and your faculty members. Really nice. So what do you think about this whole initiative, this whole employee recognition program? Should there be more programs like this, or do you have any suggestions?
Yes, I think it is a very good initiative of our university, of HR department, of our management, because encouragement, motivation is very is like a food
Yeah.
for the employee. So when someone is recognizing you and motivating you and appreciating you on your efforts, on your positive thinking, on your cooperation, on your struggle, especially when we are doing some activities other than teaching.
Yeah.
Because teaching is our profession, I
Yeah,
think.
it is.
So, other than profession, when we are chasing our passion, when we are doing something extraordinary, when we are doing something without any pressure, no one is forcing
There's
me.
no barrier.
Yeah,
Okay.
no barrier. No one is forcing me to attend anything. And if I have a passion, if I want to go outside, so if someone is supporting me, so I think these things are very important for the improvement of
For the employee to
capabilities
grow.
and skills uh, of the employee. And I have seen these things in this university. That's why I'm from last 13 years. I'm continuously staying here and satisfied with the whole process of this development. So I think this should be continued.
Yeah.
And some other initiatives, especially regarding like trainings or to send the employees outside. Like I think 2 years back, Dr. Hassan Say Murad, I remember his vision, and he always supported in this way. He always having a very uh, clear concept of trainings and improvement of the employees. Yeah. That's why I remember that he sent, I think, two batches of our faculty in USA for the training. 20 came in one group, 20 another group. So all these type of the initiatives, I think, must be continued. Yeah. So okay. This is very good.
Last question, sir.
Oh, sure.
What do you believe, in your perspective, from your eyes? What do you believe? Who do you believe is the ideal? The ideal employee? What makes a good employee? The ideal employee?
I think ideal employee, in my mind, is one who is dedicated, um, committed with the institute first, or having a strong bonding for the improvement of the institute, for the improvement of all areas where he or she is working. Like if I'm working in one specific subject like chemistry, yeah. So I have to see all those issues coming in my domain for the improvement. So one thing which is continuous improvement of the employee in the knowledge. Then the passion of employee must be like that. I'm saying of continuous improvement. And after that, I think employee should put maximum effort by giving some time to the institute, by giving some good suggestions to the institute or to the management, and by even guiding the students in a positive way. Like if we are working in the university and we are very much satisfied with the policies and with all those resources available in university, so we should not share any negative comment in the classroom with the students. Yeah. We should always appreciate the positive side of
keep a positive attitude.
Yeah, positive attitude. So I think that uh, the positive implies are very important. Yeah. If any negative thinking come, maybe regarding to the management or maybe regarding to the institute or maybe regarding to the student, so I think that should be controlled. Yeah. So our positivity, our dedication, our commitment, our efforts, when all these are present in some of the
All
employees.
these are
So
collective.
yes,
Yeah.
collectively. All these things I consider as a role
Yeah.
model in my life. And many
Perfect, sir. Perfect.
leaders and many my heads I have seen here working with this passion. So I always try to follow them
Yeah.
this way.
Thank you, sir. Thank you so much for your perspective, from your insight for this award, and telling us about yourself. Thank you so much for joining us, and congratulations again for this award. Thank you again. We will see you next time on another episode of the Employee Recognition Program concerning the Employee of the Quarter Award. My name is Mahnoor, and this is UMT TV.